Universal Design for Learning, or as it's better known as UDL, is kind of used all over the globe as a framework for thinking about how to design the most appropriate learning environment, and how to actually, ensure that all students are really learning, including students with disabilities, and actually, most importantly, by students with disabilities. So I think they work hand in hand quite nicely. And so one of the things we talked about earlier actually is that if we're only assessing student learning one way, then we're kind of missing the boat. In fact, we're not designing the environment the right way from the very beginning. And so the idea of having multiple means of the students to be able to express their understanding, for instance, it aligns very nicely with what we know is effective learning, but it's also aligns nicely with supporting an environment that's using lots of AI. So if we're using AI in the environment, and the AI was like writing these phenomenal multi-page sort of essays, that was the growth of measure of student learning. It's really not measuring anything, right? It's measuring maybe how well the student's prompting something, how well, I mean, we can kind of get into what it is actually measuring, but it's probably not measuring what the teacher says it thinks it's measuring. So, but designing an environment where you have multiple means to be able to take action and express oneself, which is a primary principle of UDL, and having that where a student, we need to demonstrate learning in multiple ways. There's a whole host of things that the student can do that's not only AI based, right? So they may take the essay that they're using and develop the right prompts for it and gone through the writing process using AI, but maybe then they're demonstrating it in a presentation, or they're demonstrating it through another form, or interviewing the teacher with this as a central focus. I mean, there are certain things that we could do in our classrooms that, using UDL at the foundation of how we support the learning environment, is critical, not only in any really environment, but we're seeing it more and more as useful in a AI-based environment as well.